Page 1-2, Microcosmic Introduction. Page 1, How fun. Coryphanes said, so Isaac, explain this whole Earth is community thing to me. I mean, is it like gardening or something? Isaac Corys said, very funny, Coryphanes. The Earth element in the Orphic doctrine is indeed about community. It is divided into 3 parts, the band, the blend, and the bond. The band is a group of 12 initiates, each representing one zodiac sun sign to promote harmony and diversity. Coryphanes said, oh, a zodiac boy band, do they have dance routines too? Isaac Corys said, not exactly. The band is the core Orphic group, functioning as an autonomous secret collective. The blend, on the other hand, is a triad from different bands, allowing for private discussions of the mysteries. And the bond is a dyad of an initiate and an incubant, fostering personal growth and mentorship. Coryphanes said, so no dance routines. Got it. What about water and culture? Are we talking about underwater museums now? Isaac Corys said, hardly. The water element pertains to culture encompassing rules, rights, and roles. The rules are fundamental principles like we are one and injustice warrants aggression. The rites involve steps of initiation, from the ability to create to invoking the muses. The roles are specialized functions within the order, such as the singer or the astrologer. Page 2, it's true. Coryphanes said, I see. Sounds like a lot of ceremonies and secret handshakes. What about air and character? Isaac Corys said, air is about character, specifically the personas each initiate crafts. There are 3 personas, the archaic, the academic, and the artistic. These represent different stages of life and aspects of identity, helping initiates explore and integrate their past, present, and future selves. Coryphanes said, so it's like role-playing your different personalities? Sounds like fun. And finally, fire and cosmos. This one sounds spicy. Isaac Corys said, indeed, it is the most complex. Fire represents the cosmos, particularly the Orphic astral archive. This is a vast conceptual space containing 42 sacred Hermetic Orphica books, which hold all knowledge of the Orphic world. These books are dynamic and ever-changing, embodying the collective wisdom and creativity of the Orphics. Coryphanes said, wow, that's a lot to take in. So we're basically creating a dialogue that dances around all these concepts, blending in our reflections, criticisms, and wild speculations. This is going to be a wild ride. Isaac Corys said, precisely. And we need to weave in our character dynamics, with you teasing and playing, and me striving to stay focused and serious. Let's move on to the detailed exploration of each element. Page 3-6, Earth. Page 3, spare me. Isaac Corys said, now let's delve deeper into the Earth element. The band, as I mentioned, is the dodecad. Each band member represents a unique zodiac sign, ensuring a balanced interplay of energies. Coryphanes said, sounds like a cosmic reality show. So what happens when they disagree? Do they vote someone off the island? Isaac Corys said, disagreements are inevitable, but they're seen as opportunities for growth. The diversity within the band promotes both harmony and tension, which are essential for dynamic interaction and personal development. Coryphanes said, and the blend, is it like a social mixer? Isaac Corys said, in a sense. The blend allows members from different bands to interact in groups of 3. This encourages cross-band communication and the exchange of ideas, enriching the overall community. Coryphanes said, what about the bond? Is it like a mentorship program? Isaac Corys said, exactly. The bond is a dyad of an initiate and an incubant. The initiate guides the incubant through their initial steps in the Orphic mysteries, fostering a close, supportive relationship. Coryphanes said, so it's all about connection and support. Sounds pretty wholesome. But where's the fun in all this seriousness? Isaac Corys said, the fun lies in the creative tension and the unique dynamics each group brings. These structures ensure that the community remains vibrant and resilient, capable of both nurturing its members and challenging them to grow. Page 4, no more. Coryphanes said, okay, I get the basic structure now, but let's talk about the practical side of things. How does this work in everyday life? Isaac Corys said, in everyday life, the band functions as a close-knit group where members support each other, share knowledge, and work on collaborative projects. They have regular meetings and rituals that reinforce their bonds and commitment to the Orphic principles. Coryphanes said, and what about the blend? Is it like a monthly meetup with friends from other bands? Isaac Corys said, precisely. Blends are less frequent but equally important. They allow members to gain new perspectives, share experiences, and collaborate on larger projects that might span multiple bands. This cross-pollination of ideas is crucial for the growth of the Orphic community. Coryphanes said, so it's like having a wider network beyond your immediate group. That's pretty smart. And the bond? How often do they interact? Isaac Corys said, bonds are quite flexible. The initiate and incubant pair work closely together during the initial stages of initiation, meeting as often as needed to guide the incubant through the rites. Over time, the bond evolves into a lasting mentorship, where the initiate remains a source of support and guidance. Page 5 alive. Coryphanes said, this all sounds very organized. But what happens when someone wants to join? How do they become a part of this intricate system? Isaac Corys said, great question. Joining the Orphic Order involves a series of initiation rites, which are part of the water element. It starts with identifying potential candidates who show an interest in creation and learning. They are then introduced to the Order and its principles. Coryphanes said, so there's a selection process. What are they looking for in a new member? Isaac Corys said, candidates must demonstrate creativity, a willingness to learn, and a commitment to the Orphic rules and principles. They need to be open-minded, resilient, and capable of contributing to the community in meaningful ways. Coryphanes said, and once they're in, they start the initiation rites. What do those involve? Isaac Corys said, the initiation rites are 10 steps designed to integrate the new member into the community fully. They begin with the ability to create and awareness of the order, followed by agreement with the rules and acceptance by a band. Then, there are guided steps for learning and creating within the Orphic framework. Page 6 transfixed. Coryphanes said, that sounds intense, but also quite fulfilling. It's like joining a secret society with a purpose. Isaac Corys said, indeed, it is. The initiation process ensures that new members are well prepared and aligned with the Order's values. It's both a rite of passage and a means to strengthen the community. Coryphanes said, well, I'm curious to see how all these elements fit together in the larger picture. Let's dive deeper into the water element next and explore those rites and roles in detail. Isaac Corys said, agreed. The water element is the lifeblood of the Orphic culture, and understanding it will give us a clearer picture of how the Order functions on a day-to-day basis. Let's move forward. Page 710, Water Culture. Page 711. Isaac Corys said, the water element, as we discussed, encompasses rules, rites, and roles. Let's start with the 10 rules. These are the guiding principles that every Orphic must follow. Coryphanes said, sounds like a code of conduct. Lay it on me. What's rule number 1? Isaac Corys said, rule number 1 is we are one. This emphasizes the unity and interconnectedness of all Orphics. It's about recognizing that despite our individual differences, we are part of a greater whole. Coryphanes said, that's a beautiful sentiment. And rule number 2? Isaac Corys said, rule number 2 is we keep secrets. This underscores the importance of discretion and confidentiality within the Order. The mysteries of the Orphic doctrine are to be protected and shared only with those who are initiated. Coryphanes said, a bit of mystery always adds to the allure. What's next? Isaac Corys said, rule number 3 is initiation is free. This ensures that the process of joining the Orphic Order is open to anyone willing to commit, regardless of their material means. It's about accessibility and inclusivity. Coryphanes said, I like that. No barriers to entry. And the 4th rule? Isaac Corys said, rule number 4 is know your instrument. This means understanding one's own abilities and tools, whether they are physical, intellectual, or creative. It's a call for self-awareness and mastery. Coryphanes said, self-awareness, got it. What about rule 5? Isaac Corys said, rule number 5 is we hold accountable. Orphics must hold each other responsible for their actions, ensuring that the community remains ethical and just. It's about mutual support and integrity. Page 8, you're great. Isaac Corys said, rule number 6 is injustice warrants aggression. This principle supports taking action against wrongdoings. Orphics are expected to confront and correct injustices within and outside the community. Corys said, sounds like a call to arms against wrongdoing. What's Rule 7? Isaac Corys said, Rule number 7 is secure food and shelter. This emphasizes the importance of ensuring basic needs are met both for oneself and for the community. It's a foundation for stability and support. Corys said, practical and essential, and Rule 8. Isaac Corys said, Rule number 8 is sound mind and body. Orphics must strive for mental and physical well-being, recognizing the importance of health in achieving their goals and fulfilling their roles. Corys said, health is wealth, as they say. What's Rule 9? Isaac Corys said, Rule number 9 is love life and self. This encourages a positive outlook on life and a deep respect for oneself, promoting personal happiness and fulfillment. Corys said, self-love is crucial. And finally, Rule 10. Isaac Corys said, Rule number 10 is honor yourself as you honor others. This is about mutual respect and recognizing the intrinsic value of every individual. It's the cornerstone of a harmonious community. Corys said, these rules really cover all bases. They seem to ensure that the community remains strong and united. Now let's talk about the rites of initiation. Isaac Corys said, indeed. The rites are 10 steps that guide a new member into the order. They start with the ability to create and awareness of the order, followed by agreement with the rules and acceptance by a band. Page 9, Divine. Corys said, so the first step is the ability to create. What does that mean exactly? Isaac Corys said, it means that the candidate must demonstrate some form of creativity. This could be in any medium, art, writing, music, etc. The focus is on their capacity to contribute to the cultural wealth of the order. Corys said, an awareness of the order is the second step, right? Isaac Corys said, correct. The candidate must be made aware of the Orphic order, its principles, and its structure. This involves an initial introduction and orientation. Corys said, makes sense. What's the third step? Isaac Corys said, the third step is agreement with the rules. The candidate must not only be aware of the rules, but also agree to uphold them. This is crucial for maintaining the integrity of the community. Corys said, and the fourth step? Isaac Corys said, the fourth step is acceptance by a band. The candidate must find a place within a band that has an open spot for their zodiac sign. This ensures a balanced and diverse group. Corys said, so it's like finding your tribe within the larger community. What's next? Isaac Corys said, the fifth step is guided analysis. An initiate from the band will mentor the candidate, guiding them through a detailed study of an esoteric text. This helps the candidate develop research skills and deepen their understanding. Page 10, Upwind. Isaac Corys said, the sixth step is guided synthesis. Here, the candidate creates an artwork inspired by their guided analysis. This process is also mentored by an initiate, fostering creative expression and integration of knowledge. Corys said, so it's learning through doing. I like that. What about the seventh step? Isaac Corys said, the seventh step is guided autopoiesis. This involves the candidate developing their two personas, the archaic and the academic, with the help of their band. This process is essential for self-exploration and personal growth. Corys said, that's where the role-playing comes in. And the eighth step? Isaac Corys said, the eighth step is inter-initiation with others. The candidate must initiate and be initiated by all other members of the band. This involves deep, sincere conversations to build strong bonds and mutual understanding. Corys said it's all about connection and integration. What's the ninth step? Isaac Corys said, the ninth step is the invocation of muses. The candidate identifies which mediums they will work with, invoking the appropriate muses for guidance and inspiration. This step aligns their creative focus with the order's traditions. Corys said, and finally the 10th step? Isaac Corys said, the 10th step is inspiration for great works. The band helps the candidate conceive 10 major projects or opuses, each dedicated to a muse or a significant aspect of their craft. These works will be the candidate's lasting contributions to the Orphic order. Corys said, that's a comprehensive and intense initiation process. Now let's talk about the roles within the order. Isaac Corey said there are 6 roles based on Egyptian temple attendance, as mentioned by Clement and Stromata. These roles include the singer, astrologer, sacred scribe, stolist, prophet, and shrine bearer. Each has specific responsibilities and contributes uniquely to the order. Coryphanes said, interesting. Let's break down each role in detail next. Page 11 to 11, detailed roles. Page 11 UB7. Isaac Corey said, let's start with the singer. The singer's role involves creating and performing hymns, chants, and songs. They have 2 of the Hermetic Orphic books dedicated to them, filled with lyrical and musical compositions. Coryphanes said, sounds like a rock star role. What's next? Isaac Corey said, the astrologer is responsible for interpreting celestial events and their significance. They have 4 of the Hermetic Orphic books, which include charts, astrological writings, and related texts. Coryphanes said, a cosmic guide for the order. And the sacred scribe? Isaac Corey said, the sacred scribe maintains records, transcribes important texts, and ensures the preservation of knowledge. They have 10 of the Hermetic Orphic books, filled with sacred writings and historical records. Coryphanes said, keeping the wisdom alive. What about the stolist? Isaac Corey said, the stolist oversees rituals and ceremonies, ensuring they are conducted properly. They also have 10 of the Hermetic Orphic books, which contain instructions for various rites and ceremonial practices. Coryphanes said, the master of ceremonies and the prophet? Isaac Corey said, the prophet interprets omens, visions, and prophecies. They guide the order based on these insights and have 10 of the Hermetic Orphic books, which include prophetic writings and divinatory texts. Coryphanes said, a visionary leader. And finally, the shrine bearer? Isaac Corey said, the shrine bearer is the guardian of sacred spaces and artifacts. They have 6 books, which are set apart and contain detailed information about the shrines and their significance. Coryphanes said, quite the lineup of roles. Each one plays a crucial part in maintaining the Orphic order. Isaac Corey said, indeed, each role is vital, contributing to the overall harmony and functionality of the order. Coryphanes said, this is starting to make more sense now. Let's move on to the air element and explore those personas. Isaac Corey said, agreed. Understanding the personas will help us see how individual character development ties into the broader community. Page 12 to 15. Air. Page 12. Ooh, that's the little bitty critter number. Coryphanes said, now we're getting into the juicy stuff. Let's talk about air and character. How do these personas work? Isaac Corey said, the air element is all about character, and it's divided into 3 personas, the archaic, the academic, and the artistic. Each persona represents a different stage of life and aspect of identity. Coryphanes said, so it's like having different roles or masks you wear at different times. Tell me more about the archaic persona. Isaac Corey said, the archaic persona is based on the initiate's childhood self, reflecting qualities that were either embraced or suppressed during that time. This persona is associated with the moon sign in the horoscope and represents innocence, curiosity, and vulnerability. Coryphanes said, and I assume this involves a lot of inner child work. What about the academic persona? Isaac Corey said, the academic persona corresponds to the initiate's adolescent self, capturing the rebellious, critical, and exploratory nature of that period. It is linked to the rising sign in the horoscope and represents a quest for knowledge and identity. Coryphanes said, so teenage angst and discovery, and the artistic persona? Isaac Corey said, the artistic persona represents the adult self, embodying the individual's current life and creative expression. It is associated with the sun sign in the horoscope and reflects maturity, responsibility, and mastery. Coryphanes said, so it's like a triad of past, present, and future selves. How do these personas interact? Isaac Corey said, these personas are designed to interact dynamically, allowing the initiate to explore different facets of their identity and integrate their experiences. They engage in dialogues, helping the initiate reconcile past traumas, present challenges, and future aspirations. Page 13, Shrine Voorhees? Coryphanes said, sounds like a fascinating journey of self-discovery. How do initiates create these personas? Isaac Corey said, The creation of these personas involves a guided autopoiesis process, where the initiate works with their band to develop detailed and expressive characterizations. This includes choosing names, attributes, and historical contexts that resonate with their experiences. Corafani said, so it's like crafting a fictional character, but it's deeply personal. What about the practical applications of these personas? Isaac Corys said, the personas serve as tools for self-exploration and artistic expression. They can be used in various creative projects, such as writing, art, and performance, allowing the initiate to channel different aspects of their identity into their work. Corafani said, and this helps with personal growth and healing, right? Isaac Corys said, exactly. By engaging with these personas, initiates can confront and process unresolved issues from their past, gain insights into their present behavior, and envision a more fulfilling future. It's a holistic approach to personal development. Corafani said, I see. So, it's not just about creating art, it's about creating oneself. This is deep stuff, Isaac. Isaac Corys said it is, and it's a core part of the Orphic doctrine. Now, let's delve into the specifics of each persona type. Corafani said, sure, let's start with the archaic persona. What's the process like? Isaac Corys said, the archaic persona involves tapping into the initiate's childhood memories and emotions. It's about rediscovering the innocence, wonder, and vulnerabilities of that time. The initiate creates a character that embodies these qualities, giving them a Greek name with clever wordplay. Page 14. Nah, it was just me in a mask. Corafani said, so it's like reimagining your childhood self in an idealized form. What kind of activities are involved? Isaac Corys said activities for the archaic persona include storytelling, drawing, and play. These help the initiate reconnect with their inner child and explore their early experiences in a safe and creative way. Corafani said, and what about the academic persona? How is that different? Isaac Corys said, the academic persona is based on the initiate's adolescent self. This involves exploring the rebellious, questioning, and critical nature of their teenage years. The persona is grounded in historical figures or fictional characters from 700 to 1900 CE, aligning with the initiate's rising sign. Corafani said, so it's like creating a historical alter ego. What activities are involved here? Isaac Corys said, activities for the academic persona include research, debate, and writing. These help the initiate engage with their intellectual and critical faculties, fostering a deeper understanding of their formative years. Corafani said, and finally, the artistic persona. What's the process for that? Isaac Corys said, the artistic persona represents the initiate's current self, focusing on their creative expression and adult responsibilities. This persona is directly linked to their sun sign and reflects their present life circumstances and aspirations. Page 15. I don't think we're rhyming anymore. Isaac Corys said, activities for the artistic persona include various forms of art, performance, and practical projects. These help the initiate channel their mature, creative energy into meaningful works. Corafani said, so each persona has its own set of activities that help the initiate explore and integrate different aspects of their identity. This is really comprehensive. Isaac Corys said, it is, and it's designed to be a lifelong practice, evolving as the initiate grows and changes. Now let's talk about how these personas interact within the community. Corafani said, sure, how do they come into play in the band and blend dynamics? Isaac Corys said, in the band, each member brings their personas into their interactions, enriching the group with diverse perspectives and experiences. This helps the band function as a microcosm of the larger Orphic community, promoting empathy and understanding. Corafani said, and in the blends, Isaac Corys said, blends allow for cross-band interactions where members can share and compare their personas with those from other bands. This fosters broader connections and collaborations, enhancing the overall cohesion and creativity of the Orphic order. Corafani said, it's like creating a tapestry of interconnected lives and stories. I love it. What about the personal growth aspect? How do the personas help with that? Isaac Corys said, The personas facilitate personal growth by providing a structured way to explore different facets of oneself. Through regular dialogues and creative projects, initiates can process their experiences, confront challenges, and envision their future. Corys said, so it's a continuous cycle of learning, creating, and evolving. This is really powerful, Isaac. Isaac Corys said, it is. And it's one of the reasons the Orphic doctrine is so transformative. Now let's move on to the fire element and explore the cosmos and the Orphic astral archive. Page 16.8 Fire, Cosmos. Page 16 Winkerbean. Corys said, all right, Isaac, the fire element. This one sounds the most intriguing. What's the deal with the Orphic astral archive? Isaac Corys said, the fire element, representing cosmos, is indeed the most complex and fascinating. The Orphic astral archive is a vast conceptual space that holds all the knowledge of the Orphic world. It consists of 42 sacred Hermetic Orphica books, each representing a different aspect of knowledge and creativity. Corys said, so it's like a cosmic library. How do these books work? Isaac Corys said, these books are dynamic and ever-changing, embodying the collective wisdom and creativity of the Orphics. They don't physically exist, but are idealized forms that inspire and guide the creation of Orphic works. Each book is associated with an esoteric symbol, a letter of the Orphic alphabet, and various other attributes. Corys said, so the books are like living entities that grow and change with the community. How do initiates interact with them? Isaac Corys said, initiates interact with the books through their creative works. They produce art, writings, and projects that engage with the themes and knowledge contained in the books. This way, the books exist through the contributions of the community. Corys said, that's a brilliant way to keep knowledge alive and evolving. Can you give me an example of one of these books? Isaac Corys said, certainly. Take the Codex Lunae, for example. It's associated with the moon, the first letter of the Orphic alphabet, and the singer roll. It contains hymns, chants, and lyrical compositions that explore themes of intuition, mystery, and transformation. Corys said, so an initiate might write a song inspired by the Codex Lunae, adding to its legacy. I love the collaborative and evolving nature of this system. Isaac Corys said, exactly. It's a way to engage deeply with the knowledge and creativity of the Orphic tradition while contributing to its growth. Page 17. I hardly know her. Isaac Corys said, now let's talk about the structure of the Orphic astral archive itself. It's composed of 42 locations, including 6 general places, 9 altars, and 27 shrines. Corys said, wow, that's a lot of places. Can you break it down for me? Isaac Corys said, of course. Imagine a huge island ringed with mountains, floating in the darkness of space. This is the entire archive. Within it are the 6 general places: the Field of Turquoise, the Chamber of Darkness, the Cypress of White, the Lake of Memory, the House of Life, and the Treasure of Time. Corys said, sounds like a fantastical setting. What happens in these places? Isaac Corys said, each place serves a specific purpose. For instance, the Field of Turquoise is a vast open space where initiates can meditate and reflect. It contains the 6 codices bound to the alternate letters, which represent individual pages of the doctrine. Corys said, and the Chamber of Darkness. Isaac Corys said, the Chamber of Darkness is a cave that leads to a comforting inner light. It contains 3 altars: the altar of chaos, the altar of darkness, and the altar of ether. These altars are inscribed with hieroglyphic signs and serve as keys to understanding the archive. Corys said, so each location has its own unique role and atmosphere. What about the Cypress of White? Isaac Corys said, the Cypress of White is a pale, glowing tree with 3 altars around it: the altar of the sun, the altar of Jupiter, and the altar of Mars. These altars are associated with the Hermetica, important works, and holonic subjects. Corys said, and the Lake of Memory? Isaac Corys said, the Lake of Memory is a serene, calming place with 3 altars: the altar of the moon, the altar of Mercury, and the altar of Venus. These altars contain the titles of the Orphica, fields of science, and esoteric subjects. Page 18, how serene. Isaac Corys said, the House of Life located in the south is the central hub of the archive. It's a 3-story ancient library that contains the 36 main Orphic books. Each floor has shrines dedicated to various deities, muses, and Olympians. Coryphanes said, "That sounds like the heart of the archive. What about the treasure of time?" Isaac Corey said, "The treasure of time is a special location that holds the 6 alternate books representing individual pages of the doctrine. It's kept locked away in a treasure chest, symbolizing the hidden and sacred nature of these texts." Coryphanes said, "This whole setup is incredibly rich and detailed. How do initiates navigate and use these places?" Isaac Corey said, "Initiates navigate the archive through guided meditations, visualizations, and creative projects. They imagine themselves moving through these spaces, interacting with the altars and shrines, and drawing inspiration from them for their works." Coryphanes said, "It's like a spiritual and intellectual playground. How do the altars and shrines fit into this?" Isaac Corey said, "The altars and shrines serve as focal points for different types of knowledge and creative endeavors. Each altar and shrine is dedicated to a specific theme, deity, or concept, helping initiates focus their work and draw connections between different areas of knowledge." Coryphanes said, "So, it's a way to organize and access the vast array of Orphic wisdom. What about the practical aspect? How do initiates record and share their work?" Isaac Corey said, "Initiates record their work in personal and communal archives, using the Orphic alphabet and symbols to annotate and categorize their creations. They share their work within their bands and blends, contributing to the collective knowledge and creativity of the Orphic order." Coryphanes said, "It's a beautifully interconnected system. Anything else we should know about the fire element and the archive?" Isaac Corey said, "The fire element and the archive are about more than just knowledge. They're about transformation. By engaging deeply with the archive, initiates undergo a process of personal and communal evolution, continually expanding their understanding and creative expression." Coryphanes said, "This whole doctrine is so intricate and well thought out. It's clear how each element supports the others and contributes to the overall harmony of the Orphic order." Isaac Corey said, "Yes, it's a holistic system designed to foster growth, creativity, and connection. It's been quite a journey to describe it all, but it's deeply rewarding to see how it all comes together." Coryphanes said, "Thank you, Isaac. This has been enlightening. I can see how much thought and passion you've put into this." Isaac Corey said, "Thank you, Coryphanes. Your enthusiasm and curiosity have made this exploration even more enjoyable." Page 19 to 20, Reflections and Critiques. Page 19, Peachy Keen. Coryphanes said, "So we've covered a lot of ground. Let's take a step back and reflect. What are your thoughts on the Orphic doctrine overall?" Isaac Corey said, "The Orphic doctrine is a comprehensive and multifaceted system that integrates community, culture, character, and cosmos. It's designed to foster personal growth, creative expression, and communal harmony." Coryphanes said, "I love the way it all interconnects, but I also see some challenges. For instance, the initiation process is pretty intense. Do you think it might be too demanding for some people?" Isaac Corey said, "That's a valid concern. The initiation process is indeed rigorous, and it requires a high level of commitment and effort. However, it's also flexible and supportive, allowing initiates to progress at their own pace with the help of their band." Coryphanes said, "True, and the personas, while they're a fantastic tool for self-exploration, they might be challenging for some people to develop. Not everyone is comfortable with that level of introspection and creativity." Isaac Corey said, "That's another important point. Developing the personas requires guidance and support from the band. It's a deeply personal process, but it's also collaborative. The band members help each other through the challenges and celebrate the breakthroughs together." Coryphanes said, "I see. And what about the roles? They seem well defined, but do you think there might be issues with people fitting into them?" Isaac Corey said, "The roles are meant to provide structure and clarity, but they're also adaptable. If someone feels a strong affinity for a particular role, they can explore it deeply. If not, they can find ways to contribute that align with their strengths and interests." Page 20, It's funny. Coryphanes said, "That makes sense. And the Orphic Astral Archive, While it's an incredible concept, it might be hard for some people to visualize and navigate. How can we make it more accessible? Isaac Corey said, visualization and meditation techniques are key to making the archive more accessible. We can also create detailed guides and artistic representations to help initiates imagine and interact with the archive more effectively. Coryphanes said, good idea. And what about the overall complexity of the doctrine? It's a lot to take in. Do you think we might need to simplify some parts or provide more introductory materials? Isaac Corey said, simplification and clear introductory materials would definitely help. We can create a step-by-step guide that breaks down the doctrine into more manageable sections, making it easier for new initiates to understand and engage with. Coryphanes said, that sounds like a great plan. And finally, what are your thoughts on the future of the Orphic Order? How can we ensure it remains vibrant and relevant? Isaac Corey said, the key to the future of the Orphic Order lies in its adaptability and openness to change. We must continually evolve, incorporating new knowledge and creative practices while staying true to our core principles. Engaging with a diverse community and encouraging innovative contributions will keep the Order vibrant and relevant. Coryphanes said, absolutely. It's all about growth and evolution. Thank you, Isaac, for this deep dive into the Orphic doctrine. It's been a truly enlightening experience. Isaac Corey said, thank you, Coryphanes. Your curiosity and enthusiasm have made this journey even more rewarding. Together, we can continue to explore and expand the Orphic Order, creating a legacy of wisdom, creativity, and harmony. Page 21 to 22, Appendices and Resources. Page 21, it can be fun. Exercises for developing personas. Storytelling sessions focusing on childhood memories. Creative writing based on historical figures or fictional characters from 700 to 1900 CE. Art projects that capture current life experiences and aspirations. Guided meditations and visualizations to explore the Orphic Astral Archive. Collaborative projects within bands and blends to enhance communal creativity. Tips for engaging with the Orphic doctrine. Start with the basics. Focus on understanding the 10 rules and the 4 elements. Use creative exercises to explore and develop your personas. Participate actively in your band and blend, sharing your insights and creations. Take time to meditate and visualize the Orphic Astral Archive, making it a part of your creative process. Stay open to new ideas and be willing to evolve your understanding and practice of the Orphic doctrine. Page 22, Life Loves You. Coryphanes said, and there you have it, folks, a comprehensive guide to the Orphic doctrine. I hope this inspires you to dive deep into this rich and transformative system. Isaac Corey said, remember, the journey of an Orphic is one of continuous growth and discovery. Embrace it with an open heart and mind. Coryphanes said, and don't forget to have fun along the way. After all, it's about creating a vibrant, interconnected tapestry of knowledge and creativity. Isaac Corey said exactly, thank you for joining us on this exploration. May your path be filled with wisdom and wonder. End of dialogue.